Today, Benion 285 asks us if the Nahuatl celebrated birthdays in any way. Here are some details that, perhaps because they were so commonplace, the chronicles didn't think to record. These cultures obviously kept track of the passage of time. In fact, it was one of their obsessions. And well, we will never find a quote saying they celebrated birthdays like we do today, with cake, candles, balloons, and gifts, but there are indirect clues that prove they did keep track of a person's age. The closest thing to a birthday celebration that has been recorded is when someone reached 52 years of age. They measured old age, which could be associated with physical or mental weakness, but also with wisdom. Of course, not everyone who reaches old age is wise, although they should be, given the experience they had gained. In these cultures, those who reached 52 years of age were considered elderly. This age marked the combination of their two main calendrical systems, the divinatory one, 260 days, and the solar year, 365 days. At the end of that cycle, vigils were held for those who reached that age, or they tied together 52 wreaths, one for each year lived, as seen in this commemorative sculpture. This image is actually celebrating a new fire in the year to read. However, for the people, reaching that age meant they had absorbed the energy of all the signs of the 52 years, and it was believed that upon reach this age, a person's heart acquired extraordinary powers and abilities, such as those of an artist, a sage, an inventor, or a seer. All products of this experience accumulated over the years, but the negative aspect was that the person could become a burner if, instead of wisdom, they lost their reasoning and motor skills due to cognitive decline. Those who reached full maturity were recognized for their ability to teach, their values, their authority in the community, their moral example, and for transmitting traditional knowledge. But if they didn't, they would become like children again, due to mental decline. They could even become harmful if they didn't wisely use their life force acquired over the years. In addition to the vigils held when reaching this age, temazcales were also held in their honor, granting them certain privileges, such as drinking pulque without the risk of punishment. This applied to the elderly who reached 52 years. However, there were also other indirect ways to measure time and celebrate publicly which could apply to general population. These weren't necessarily tied to exactly 365 days passing. For example, when someone had their Tonalamatu secret calendar created on the birth date, they were assigned one of the 20 signs and one of the 13 numbers. Their sign they could come from a total of 260 possible combinations, as shown here. For example, the 4 movement days were celebrated for the Eagle Warriors. These were celebrated every 260 days when the day for movement came around again. Since the 260-day calendar repeated once, it ended. This could also apply to ordinary people, celebrating the completion of a 260-day cycle on the sign and number they were born under. In larger cycles, there were the veintenas, periods of 20 days, where one could also celebrate a solar year. They also celebrated the birth of Huitzilopochtli every year during the winter solstices. There were also celebrations for large periods, like the 13-year cycle, until completing the 4 cycles that would make up the 52 years mentioned earlier. There was even another 20-year period, known among the Mayans as the Catun, which lasted 20 years or 360 days. Many Mayan steles had been found, where rulers erected a new stela every Catun. That is, every 20 years. People could also celebrate 20 years of their life. In short, there are indeed signs that celebrated the passage of time and recognized the passage of time for individuals, but these celebrations were nothing like the ones we have today. And, as usual, if you have any doubts, just ask the Quetzal.